Charlotte Motor Speedway. I know how they move the money.
Yeah, it's a... Okay. We should have sound, I think. We should have picture, I think. Now, what I'm trying to do here, and let me see if I can do this. Alright, that's not going to work, but I want to kick it out like that. There we go. Hey, Dutch, Puma, Rick. So I'm doing a bit of a live clearance gems, but the real main thing about this is that I'm trying to make sure that we have that encryption problem going. So I figured I'd take a look at something, and of course you know we are sponsored by Miniature Market. I hope everybody can hear me okay. Yes, you can. Sound and video fine. Wow, amazing. So let me know if I get choppy at all or anything like that, and I will fix it. So I'm going to explain this game. I'm going to show you how this plays, and then I'll give you my final thoughts on it, and so forth and so on. The name of this game is Treasure Lair. Now, this is pretty much a test, but you know, we're working with this video here, so just know that we're going to do the best we can with this. So, Treasure Lair we're going to take a look at. This was something that was sent to me from the clearance of Miniature Market, so I figured I would take a look at it. I mean, I saw the cover and I said, wow, this looks pretty cool, and this looks like a pretty neat game, because look, it's got fantasy theme, but does it? That's what we have to figure out. Clearance gems. Do we have clearance? No, we have clearance gems, because there's gems hidden in those clearance aisles at Miniature Market. Our fantastic and wonderful sponsor. Now, you have starting heroes here. You have actions. You have heroes, and a big pile of them, as you can see. And there's over 200 cards in this whole thing. You have challenges, and you have treasures. The whole point is to go on quest and get as many treasures as you can, depending on how many players are playing. For instance, in a 2-player game, you would want to get 7 treasures. In a 3-player game, 6, and a 4-player game, 5. So, there's no choppiness, but not yet. So let's just make sure and keep testing away here until we have everything the way we hopefully have it. So let's set this game up, and I'm going to show you how this plays. And I just opened this up a little while ago, so I'm actually going to open up the book here and make sure that we do this right, because I'm sure I'll goof it up, but I tried it out a little bit, and I have to admit, I'll give you my thoughts on this in the very end. Now, the first thing you do is you pick a starting hero. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a starting hero here, which will be the wizard. And then another starting hero, because we do need 2 players, the ranger. Now, these icons are very important, and I'll show you what they all mean and how this all works out. So we've got 2 guys here. They each get 3 gold. Now, these cards act as 2 things. They act as challenges, and they act as gold, because on the back said there's gold. So we're going to take the top 3 here and give him 3 gold, and we're going to take another 3. I don't know why I'm using one hand. And give him gold. Now we're going to put the challenges off to the side here. You know why? Because I'm looking at the thing there. Now, there's heroes here. And these heroes create a hero pool. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn over 3 heroes. Oh, wow. That's a pretty good guy. Why don't we shuffle this deck first? I don't think I shuffled the deck right. We don't want to have all the powerful guys out first, because we want to see this look and go a little tougher than it is. Now, I don't know all the abilities, so we're going to be learning a lot of things as we go. Now, as you can see, each one of these has an icon on the bottom, and some of them have actually more icons on the top. Over here, there is a gold value. That's how much they would cost to recruit. Seems simple enough, right? Now, there are treasures. These are the things that you are trying to get your hands on. So we are going to turn over 3 of them. Now, as you can see, this is 1 gold. You have to have 2 obstacles to do it. First of all, one of them is hidden, so we're going to put one down like that. Now, they have to be different icons. They cannot be 2 icons of the same thing. So, 1, 2. There we go. We have our 2 obstacles. That's how you would have to defeat that. You would have to get past those 2 obstacles. You would have to defeat these 2 and this to get that 1 treasure. Remember, we're trying to get 7 treasures before anybody else. The next one that we turn over is again 1, but this one has 3. And I actually think it's 2 cards, not of the same thing. So I think that's the way that actually works. So I may be wrong, I may be right, we don't know. But we're going to do this again. So we have a horse here. We have a guardian of the void. And, no, it's actually, I'm sorry, I did it wrong. It's actually 2. So this would overcome, I'm sorry, let's just go back. That would not be able to work because it is 2 of the same. So we discard that. This would not be able to work because it goes over. We can't do that. So we have to keep going. So that's 2. And now we just need to find 1 more, which we did now. Now, the one thing that it can be very easily forgotten is the hidden one. So we want to put that one down. We don't know what that is. And we need to negotiate that on our way through. Now we're going to do the next one. And again, it's a 1 treasure. So we're really, I thought I shuffled these up a lot better than that, but I guess not. Here is 2. We have to have, again, 1 that we don't know about. Here's 1 on top. And then, oh, no, can't use that one. Oh, can't use that one, but I saw the next one, so we can use that one. And as you can see, they are not identical, so now that gives us 3. So we have to negotiate these. So we're going to keep this over here as our discard pile. And we're going to move this down a little closer so you guys can see it a little better so we can see what's going on. And I'll move everything so you guys can see it. So hopefully you guys are seeing this pretty well. Have we had any choppiness problems yet? I hope not. Now the starting heroes go away. These other ones. So we're going to put these over here into the box on the top. And now we have 1 more thing that we have to take care of, and that's the actions. And with the actions, I think I'll put the actions up top here. So what we do is let's make sure that we shuffled these up pretty good, because I'm a poor shuffler. That's why we have Janice, who's getting her hair cut. Is that what's happening over there?
Spotted.
What?
Spotted. Being pampered.
Oh, she's being pampered, she said. Okay, so now we put out 3 of these actions. During your turn, you can only pick 1 of these action cards, and I will show each one and explain everything that happens with them. So I'm going to put the Ranger over here. Maybe I should move this a little bit. We'll put the treasures over here. We'll put our Ranger over here. So you guys can see that. Here's his 3 gold that he has. Now you cannot have more than 5 of each. You cannot have 5 gold or 5 heroes. If you have more than that, you have to discard down. So you want to be sure that that's all you can carry in your party. And at the end of your turn, if you have more than that, you're going to have to discard and lose some things. So I'm going to put this guy up here, and I'll show him as you can so you guys can see what's going on here. So now on a player's turn, so let's say that the wizard's going to go first. He has 3 gold. He's going to pick 1 of these cards. So what are these cards say and do? You get to do a main action, and then you get to do a secondary action. 1 of these 3 things. Now, in this main action, it says draw 2 heroes, recruit 1 hero for free, and place it and place the other hero in another player's party. So you can pick 2 of these off the top, pick one, probably the one that is a little more expensive, and then give the other one. But you may be giving them something that helps them, and that's not very cool. The secondary action is gain 1 gold, recruit heroes, which means you could buy whatever heroes you want, or begin a quest. And that's pretty basic for all of them. But you could only pick one of these. So you can't gain a gold, recruit a hero, begin a quest all in one thing. Now for this other main action, for this one here, gain 2 gold. This one also says gain 2 gold. So it kind of changes, and you have to make a decision. Once you decide that you're going to pick a certain action, this gets discarded, and then we put another one in its place. So now we're trying to race to see who's going to get 7 treasure the fastest. So let's start with our wizard. Our wizard already has 2 of the elements to complete this one challenge, but we don't know what's underneath here. So we may want to buy somebody just to have some different colors. This guy seems to have a lot of different things. He has a red arrow, a blue fireball, which the wizard already has, and a boot. Now this particular one, the racketeer, while this hero is in your party, your gold limit is increased to 8. So that's pretty cool. Now here's the thing that's really tricky. If you send somebody on a quest, even if it's your starting hero, okay, if you send them on a quest, once they are done with the quest, they all get discarded. So now you have to draw in a complete, utter party to continue on and basically set collection. So here's what we're planning to do. Because we want to make sure and we want to try to complete this, what we're going to do is we're going to draw these 2 heroes here. And we're going to draw this one and this one. Now, this person here costs 3 and this person costs 2. So because he has so many different icons, I think we're going to take this one for free. And then give this one to our competitor on the side here. We'll worry about him later when it's his turn. So we've done that already. Now what's the next thing we're going to do? Are we going to recruit more heroes? I don't think so. I think we're going to take a chance and try to go down and get that particular treasure. So here's what's going to happen. We are going to commit both of these guys to this quest. So our wizard, he has a fireball and a key, and he's going to defeat the earth element. Now when you defeat something, guess what? It turns over and you get it as gold. So now he has 4 gold here. Now we're going to turn over what we don't know what's underneath here. And it's a green horse. But we were smart. We decided to go with the thing that had all these different things and has the horse to go through the Runewood Forest. And we were able to defeat this. Now we get this gold, which comes to our limit of 5. But these guys now get discarded, which we will put over here. Now we've claimed this treasure. We have 1 treasure for the good guys. Let's call these guys the bad guys. At that particular time, now we turn over another treasure. And wow, look at that. It's 3. That's a big one. This is one that's going to be very hard to get through. So we have to build that particular deck. The first thing we do, well, yeah, that's right. We put one that we don't know. Now, here's another thing that I did not tell you guys that can happen. Say you have enough to get through a particular challenge. You can defeat these 2, but you don't have the green horse. If you pay 3 gold, that makes it a wild card, and you can defeat that. And you can claim that, but you're going to pay the 3 gold. So that's going to get discarded. Then you would continue on. The next one, you would need another 3 gold if you turn that over and you didn't have it. So if you have 5 gold here, obviously you are not going to be able to do it. So we turn this one over, and now we start to build our thing. So there's 2 unique. So now we just need 5 more. Well, that's not going to work because we have a matching thing. All right, that's 3. We need 4 more. That is fine. So that's 5. We need 2 more. It looks like we're going to have to move this up a little bit, guys. So that's 5 and 2 more. Oh, that's too many. So we're going to discard that. We can't use that. We can't use that one. We can use that one, so that gives us 6. Can't use that. Can't use that. Can't use that. Can't use that. And we can't use that. No, and we keep on going until we can probably find a card. Nope. Nope, almost. No. Boy, you can run right through your deck. And nope. That would work, but unfortunately that would put us over. And that does not work. That does not work. Boy, I'm just going to mow right through this until I find that particular thing that we need. Which makes this kind of silly if you really think about it. Probably because I didn't shuffle this that very well. Ah, here we go. There's a key. So finally, after that, all that, we've gone through half the challenge deck. But we were able to build this particular dungeon now. So now it would be our ranger's turn. Now, as you can see, our ranger does have a whole bunch of cool things. Now, this got discarded because we used this, and we are going to turn this card over, and it's going to give us another thing. It says draw 2 heroes, and yeah, it's basically the same thing as the other one. So you would get those for free, which is fine. But as you can see, discard this hero at the start of the quest to draw 2 heroes and recruit both of them for free. So that's a pretty good card right there. So what are we looking to defeat? Well, we have these 2 icons, which is pretty good. But I think we're going to do this card again, where we're going to draw 2 heroes, recruit 1 hero for free, and place the other hero in another player's party for free. So this guy already has 1, and we're helping him out. We really don't like doing that, but we kind of really don't have much of a choice. Now, here's exactly something that we need. We would really want this card right here because it would help us finish this particular quest. So we are actually going to put that down, and we're going to give this one to this guy for free. And we're trying to do this quicker than the other guy. So for this particular thing, we can only take, if we want to, we can take just these 2 cards and leave this card behind, which is fine, which means that we would not lose this card because we're only sending these guys out onto the party to fight. So let's see what happens. Are we brave enough to get through this? Can we defeat the hidden challenge? I guess there's only one way to find out. We're going to commit these 2, but leave this one behind, because I got a feeling this card would be good a little later if we try to negotiate something big here to win the game. So we're going to commit the shadow here, which is going to defeat it and give us 1 gold. Now we're up to 4 gold. We're going to commit these 2 here, which will defeat this and give us now 5 gold. This turns over, and uh-oh, we're in trouble. So guess what? We don't get that treasure because we cannot negotiate it and defeat it, because we need to defeat one of these things. This entire card, it would cost us it would cost us 6 gold, because we have one of them but we don't have the other 2 symbols. So that would cost 3, and that would be 6. So unfortunately, we do not defeat that. This all goes away, and this goes away as well. So this gets discarded over here. This goes over there, and this goes over here. Just doing a little maintenance, and of course, our starting hero he did nothing for our good friend there. So now we are going to pull this out. Now we need 6 things. Now let's see if we can do this a little easier this time. Well, there's 2. There's 5. And, well, that would be 6, but again, that's 1 too many. 1 too many. Nope. Nope. So we just keep on going until we find that one that we don't have, which, nope, that wasn't it. We can use one blue one. Nope, we didn't get that. We didn't get that. Boy, this is just, nope, that didn't do it. That didn't do it. And that did do it. So that gave us 6. And the whole thing is you can just run through it to a certain degree, but guess what? You can actually not worry about it. Now, I'm going to check one thing in the rule book. I wonder if you run through it like that, or can the next card go over? That's kind of interesting, right? No matches. If it's possible, blah, 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 the newly, Okay, you can't use that. Preparing a quest. Difficulty. The minimum number of different abilities required when preparing that quest. Oh, so as long as you have something different on that last card, if it has more icons on it, that's fine. Okay, so we actually did that wrong. I'm glad I corrected that. So even though this had 5 and it would have made 7, it would have been okay. It doesn't have to be 6. That is the minimum that it has to have of different icons to fulfill the treasure difficulty of level 5. So there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Okay, yeah, there you go. So that way you don't run through the thing like I just did. So you would be sitting there scratching your head. As long as you had something different, even if it made it like a difficult 8, it wouldn't matter as long as they are all different icons. So actually this should have been like 8 or something like that. So we're just going to shuffle these back in. Now we know, and I just corrected my own mistake. So now we're back over to our other hero here, who has 1 treasure already, and now the conjurer has 3 different symbols. He has a sword, a fireball, and a rope. Well, there's a sword, a fireball. No, there's a sword and a rope and a key. So we use this. So now we have to discard this. And there you go. So again, we got another card just like the one we just saw. Draw 2 heroes and recruit 1. Well, we're going to use that ability, of course. So we are going to draw 2 here. And we are going to pick one. Once during a quest this hero is participating in, discard 1 face-up challenge card, then draw 1 challenge card to replace it. Well, that's not too bad, but I kind of like this one. Take 1 gold from another player, and it gives us a key. So I'm going to give this one to her. So now I'm going to use my secondary action. I can't go on a quest. There's nothing I can defeat here. I have a key. I don't have a horse and I don't have a thing. I've got 5 gold, but I think the best thing to do is maybe to buy one of these guys here because I don't want to go too far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 3 gold here, and I am actually going to buy the Amazon, which gives me a whole bunch of other stuff. And then we're going to put out another card here. Discard this hero instead of spending 3 gold for a missing ability. That's a pretty good card. I think I'm going to spend.
No.
Well, Bella thinks I should wait. I think Bella thinks I should wait on that and not take that. So maybe I should read what the other cards do. We have the Racketeer. While this hero is in your party, your gold limit is increased to 8. You think so, Bella? All right, Bella, I'll go with that one. Bella said to go with that one, so that's what we're going to go with. So now we're up to 4 hero, but we can have 8 gold. So we're going to replace that. We did both of our abilities on here. We did our main action and our secondary. We're going to discard it. And then we're going to put this one out. Discard all heroes in the pool and draw 3 new heroes to replace them and then gain 1 gold. That's a pretty good action, if you ask me. Now, let's see what our friend here has. She doesn't need any more gold. She has plenty of gold here. She has actually 5, which is the limit. So now we have to make a decision on what we want to do here. Well, I think we're going to... Well, you see, those cards aren't that bad over there. And we have a key. At the start, discard this card at the start. And draw 2 heroes. Well, that maybe isn't such a bad idea, but the key is something that we really kind of need. I don't know. I could discard her, grab 2 more heroes. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to get rid of her, and we're going to use this. It says discard this hero at the start of the quest and to draw 2 heroes and then recruit both of them for free. So we're going to take that. We're going to draw 2 heroes, and we're going to hope we're going to get something really cool. And, well, yeah, we did, because we got a guy here. Sorry, I should show these to you so you can see him. That has the key that we were worried about. We have a horse. Okay, so we've negotiated these 2, but we have that. So now we have to figure out what we want to do. This one has an instant. It's a Firestorm Magnus. Recruit 1 hero from another player by paying its gold cost to that player. Well, all right. Well, how much is this guy that actually has the arrow? Because maybe we can get in this game here. Well, we could pay 3, but that'll put us at a pretty dangerous spot. But I think we're going to do that. It's an instant. It's something we could do. We don't lose this guy, so I'm going to pay that. And I'm going to get this guy. So now I can take a chance and go on this quest that we're about to go for this one thing here. So I could pay the bow and arrow, and I'm playing all these guys except for during one quest. Once during a quest, this hero is participating in, discard 1 face-up challenge, then draw a new one. No, I'm actually going to leave this guy because I may need him later. So, we already used that, so we're going to go down with these 3 guys. So let's see how this all turns out. So we can pay that because we have that here. We have the key here, so we can pay that. So that's 2 gold in our favor. Now if you fail here, you still keep the gold that you have, but everything else disappears. We have the horse, so that gives us 5 gold. But the problem here is, can we defeat this? Oh, guess what? We did not. We do not have this other icon. We have this icon. But if you remember what I said, you can pay 3 gold at any time to defeat that other icon. So we defeat it and we get it as gold, and now we get the treasure, and all these get discarded over to there. Well, no, I'm sorry, over here. That's where they should be discarded. So I think you get the gist of this. The name of this game is Treasure Lair, by the way. Nathaniel had asked. So let's talk about it, okay? As you can see, you keep on going until you get 7 treasures. We could keep on going, but I think it would be a bit much. We're really kind of just taking a look at this and seeing what we think of this, okay? Is this worth getting? Well, for $10, I think this is a nice set collection game. But when I look at this cover, what do I see? I see dungeon theme, and it says Treasure Lair, and I'm thinking I'm going down into a dungeon and doing all kinds of different things. And honestly, when your starting hero gets discarded, you're really not nobody. Okay? So you kind of, it's not as thematic as you think it would be. I do like the art. I do like everything that it has. I'm looking more at defeating the symbols, not the spear trap or the void glade or the hydra, because that's not who I'm looking at beating. I'm looking at beating the symbols. So it's kind of abstract, and it's more of a set collection type of game. But is it good? I think it's pretty good. I think it's a lot of fun, and I think it's really worth getting. I think it's something that's quick, that you could play in a half hour and have a lot of fun. I think it's something that Janice would extremely like. And I think it's really a lot of fun. Speaking of which, here she comes to blow up the stream. She has a big bag on her head. Oh, this is going to look great on Miniature Market. Thank you.
Sponsored by MM Miniature Market.
That's right. But you can find this game, I believe it's for $10 at Miniature Market. I think it's worth it. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's something that you guys would really, really enjoy. I think it's something that if you kind of overlook that the dungeon theme is kind of there, but not really there. It's more abstract, and that it's just a really good set collection game that's a lot of fun and quick and easy to play. I think it's well worth it. You can find it in the clearance section at our boys at Miniature Market. They are giving this baby away, and I think they have a ton of them. So if you really want to get it, I suggest you go out and get it. Now, we've done all that for $10. It is deeper than Welcome to the Dungeon. I agree, and I really think how these action cards kind of really work out pretty well. There's 100 of these different, there's all kinds of different things with different powers and stuff like that, which make it kind of fun. The different treasures, you don't know what you're going to have. Well, do I want to face 6 things to get 2, or do I want to face 7 things to get 6? 6 things to get 3. The treasures are random, and it's a race to get 7 treasures if you're playing 2 players, of course. I like this. I really recommend it. But if you are looking for a dungeon crawl, this is not the game that you're looking for. This is a good, solid game. Okay, with that all said, did we have any of the stuttering? Did we have any of the upload problems? I hope not. I hope this is good and clear. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little kind of test video, but also clearance gems, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I hope you enjoy it, and until next time, I'm Rob Orn, and as always, I look forward to seeing you guys each and every week, and we'll see you in tomorrow's vlog.